Ruby's life at Riverwood began like so many shelter stories, hopeful, messy, and full of small, stubborn bravery. The winter that changed everything came with sharp air and long nights, and in the thin light of one cold morning Ruby gave birth to a litter heartbreakingly did not survive. Volunteers found her in a silence that felt almost physical. A gentle dog with a trembling muzzle, pressed empty blankets, a quiet so heavy it pulled at the people around her. They wrapped her in the smallest comforts they could muster, a warm blanket, soft words, the careful closeness of hands that have learned how to soothe animals who have known loss, and for days she would not eat or rise. The staff called her grief a wall, something that kept her folded in on herself until the world felt unbearably small. On the fourth morning, Maya arrived with a wicker basket lined in fleece, carrying 4 tabby kittens the shelter had rescued from a different court. There was no plan beyond giving these fragile lives a warm place to be, and when the basket was set down, everything seemed to pause. Volunteers, the light, even the air itself. Then a small sound cut through, a single plaintive mew, and Ruby's ears moved as if remembering something before she had to remember how to feel again. She lowered her head, curled on her side, and the boldest kitten found warmth against her, as if remembering a map only nature holds. They latched, and the sound of purrs braided with Ruby's soft whimpers into the kind of quiet that heals. What followed was not instant redemption, but a slow reclamation. Mornings when Ruby stood sentinel over her adoptive brood, afternoons when she groomed their downy coats, evenings when playful skittering across a linoleum floor called out the small, absurd joys of life. There were setbacks too. A thunderstorm that night returned ghosts to her eyes and made her shrink back, a moment when fear and memory almost reclaimed her. But each time she stepped forward to cover the trembling kittens, something in her drew a line between what she had lost and what she would protect. Word moved through the town, as such things do, not as a headline, but as a soft insistence from neighbours who remembered the kindness of the people who care for animals. A family arrived on a crisp Saturday under a banner that read a forever family, and in their warm, open faces, Ruby and the kittens saw the future. They left together, a single photo later showing a half-lit living room where a golden dog and 4 tabby silhouettes slept, tucked in a piece that once felt impossible. The story is simple and stubborn. Love sometimes arrives in forms we do not expect, and animals teach us that family is made by care, not blood. If this moved you, remember shelters like Riverwood rely on the small kindnesses of people, a blanket, a foster, a donation, a share, each one a step toward another ending like this.